Hello dear friends, welcome back to MongoDB tutorials. In this session we are going to understand how can we connect to MongoDB Cloud Database from our Java program, and we'll discuss how to find the records or the documents available in particular collection in a MongoDB Cloud Database. In our earlier session we discussed about how to create a MongoDB database, a cloud database, how to create collection in that, and how to perform basic operation on collection such as find, insert, update, etc. If you want to understand how to create MongoDB Cloud Database, you can see my earlier video. So this video will help you to understand how to find a document from Java program available in the MongoDB Cloud Database. So these are the contents of this session. So first we'll discuss about how to create a Maven project in Eclipse. Then we'll understand how to add dependencies, a jar file required to connect MongoDB Cloud Database from Java using Maven Repository. Then we'll insert the necessary package required for connecting to database in our Eclipse class. Then we'll connect to MongoDB client, database and collection. And finally we'll find the record available in particular collection from our Java program. So let's start. So first we'll create a Eclipse project. So for that I'm going to choose this Maven project in Eclipse. So while creating Maven project, I am choosing this particular option, create a simple project. And in the next step, I am going to specify here test Mongo is the group ID and artifact ID is required. .org something I am going to specify here. The name of the project is MongoDB find document. Okay, so after that I am going to click on finish. So it will add this particular project in our Eclipse ID. So I am going to expand this particular project. First we'll add the dependencies in pom.xml file because we have created a Maven project and in which the pom.xml file will be there. I am going to open this pom.xml file in which we can add the dependencies required for connecting to MongoDB database from our Eclipse project or the Java. So for we need to add the dependencies tag inside this project and in project tag in pom.xml file, and inside the dependencies and end dependencies we need to add the dependencies dependency tag contains the specification of the repository that is required. So for getting the repository I am going to search for the MongoDB Java repository, MongoDB Java Maven dependency. So I am moving towards this mvnrepository.com website. So on this website we can directly search for MongoDB Java driver. So here is the link from which you can get the dependencies or the jar file required for connecting to this database. So I am selecting the version of the Maven repository as 3.12, and after selecting that I can copy this particular tag, dependency tag, and I can simply put that dependency tag in my Eclipse project, right? After that, when I build this particular project, you can observe here the Maven dependency will be added in your project. So for that I am going to save this project and I am choosing this build all options. When I choose this build all option, automatically Maven dependencies will be added in this project, and inside that you can find all the classes required for connecting to MongoDB database. Now we'll create a simple class contains the main function from which we can connect to the MongoDB database. So for that I am going to create a class inside this project and specifying the MongoDB find demo, Mongo find demo, and adding this main function inside it. Once I click on finish, we'll get here a main function. Inside the main function, we need to write some code for connecting to MongoDB client, then MongoDB database and MongoDB collections. Around 3 lines of code is required for connecting to MongoDB database and performing some operation on collection. So for that, we need to connect to the cloud database. Okay, as I discussed, we are going to connect to the cloud database. Means the cloud database is already created before this project, and I am going to connect to the cloud database directly. So first I will show you the which cloud database that I am using for this particular program. So I am moving towards the MongoDB Cloud. I am searching for the MongoDB Cloud, and I am going to open this particular mongodb.com/cloud or MongoDB Cloud. When I click on it, I can redirect to the MongoDB website, cloud website. There I can sign for getting my earlier database. I am using my Google account, which I have used for sign up on this particular MongoDB website. I already log in on my Google account, so when I click on this Google, automatically I can log in on the MongoDB Cloud website. So here you can see the database that I already created. For creating database, we required cluster. So what is cluster? How to create clusters? How to create database? How to create a collection in that? You can see my earlier video. So here I have already created the collection inside the database. So I am browsing for the collection. First I will show you the collection from which I want to select the records. I want to get the documents or get the record. So here, so in this cluster, cloud cluster, I have created a DRSDB database, and inside the DRSDB there is a different collections. Among that I am going to use this test collection. When I select this test collection, I can find the documents available in the test collection. So these are the documents. When I click on this test collection option, I can find these documents, and I want to display all those documents, all these records from my Java program. You can observe here there are only 3 fields in this collection. The default field is ID underscore ID. The second one is roll number, and third one is name. I want to display the roll number and name of all the students available in the document. So for that I need to get the connection string required for connecting to this particular database. So I am moving toward this database option. When I click on this database option, I can get here the connect option. So when I click on this connect option, I can get this particular window, and from that window I can choose this connect your application option. So after that one more window will appear in front of you. From that you have to choose the language from which you want to connect to this cloud database. So I am choosing the Java as a language, and the version I am choosing here 4.3 or later. Then the default connection string required for connecting this particular MongoDB database that I have already created is displayed here. in that default connection string, in that connection string that is generated, we only have to specify the password required for connecting to this database. You can see how to create user and how to set the password for the database in my earlier video. So DRS user is the username for the cloud database that I have created, and the password is same. So I simply going to put the password as DRS user 1. So I'm going to copy this particular string. A copy icon is available here. When I click on this copy icon, I can get the copy of this particular connection string. Now I'm going to close this particular window and I'm going to move towards the Eclipse project. So to put or to use that particular URI, use that particular connection string, I need to use a Mongo client URI class, Mongo client URI class. I'm going to create the object of this class as URI. I'm going to initialize this particular class, and inside the constructor, inside the bracket, function bracket, I'm going to specify, I'm going to put the connection string that I have copied from that cloud server or MongoDB website. Simply I have paste that particular connection string, and inside that connection string I'm only making the correction that instead of this password I'm specifying the actual password of the user DRS user. So user DRS user has a password DRS user, so that is enough. We need not to specify the database or any other thing for connecting to this particular cluster. Now after creating this MongoDB client URI, we need to create the MongoDB client, the object of MongoDB client class. So I'm going to create the object of client, MongoDB client, and I'm going to initialize this particular object. Okay, and inside the function bracket I'm specifying this URI. So I'm going to import this particular package. Okay, so com.mongodb.mongodb client package is imported here. Now my connection is ready. These two lines of code can directly connect to the MongoDB client. After I successfully connect to MongoDB client, I can directly connect to the database. For connecting to database, I need to create the object of Mongo database. Mongo database is a predefined class here. So I am creating the object MongoDB, Mongo database DB, and using this client that I already initialized, I am going to call the get database function, and inside the bracket I am going to specify the name of the database to which I want to connect. As I earlier displayed you the on my MongoDB account, a cloud database that I already created and whose name is DRSDB. So here I am specifying the name of the database available in my account. Now I can connect to the collections available in this database. So for getting the collections, I need to create the object of Mongo collection class, Mongo collections class. Now I am going to create the object collection equal to db.getCollection is the function. db.getCollection is the function, and inside the bracket I am going to specify the name of the collection is paste. Now we need to import this document class, document from, we need to import this document class, document from org.basin package. Okay, So these are the code that is required for connecting to database, collection and client. Now our collection is ready. Collection object is ready. With the help of this collection object, we can directly find the collections available in that collection available in that. The name of the collection is test, and we want to find all the documents available in this collection. Now we can use this particular object collection and we can directly call the find function. You can see my earlier video to know the more about what are the different functions that we can use on MongoDB database. You can see the MongoDB queries through which we can find the records available in the MongoDB database. So find is one function. From that we can access the documents from the collection. So this particular function is going to return the find iterable document. Find iterable document it returns all the documents available in the collection in a find iterable and I can iterate that document using find iterable interface. So here I have created the object of find iterable, and to that I am specifying here document and document doc I have created here. So all the documents available I can access using this doc object. So now I am simply using the for each loop for iterating this particular document. I want each document in a object called object of document. So I am creating the document object here, and I want each document from the doc. So doc contains all the document, and I can directly print the data available in the document, or to get the key from this particular document, or to get the value of particular key from this document, I can directly use d.get function, and inside it I only have to specify the name of the field whose value I want to display here. Now after this I want to concatenate the value of name field. So once again I'm calling here d.get and only specifying here the d.get, and the name of the parameter or name of the field is name. So it will iterate through all the documents available in this collection and will display the document one after another. So this is the code that we can write for connecting to MongoDB database. Okay, when I run this particular application, we can see here all the records available in that particular collection we can get like this. So I hope this procedure that you understand. One thing that you have to ensure that whenever you are connecting to MongoDB Cloud Database on a particular machine, your IP address should be registered on the cloud server on which you want to access the data. So I am going to show you one particular setting that I have made. So on the cloud server on this MongoDB account, wherever my database is there and collection is there, in which the network access option is there. Here you need to add the IP addresses on which you want to access this particular cloud database. So here I have added the IP address of this particular machine. You can get your current IP address assigned by the internet service provider to your machine, and you need to add the IP address of your machine here, so that on that particular machine you will be able to access the database. We only require two things. One is IP address. You need to add it manually. You can add any IP addresses using this add IP address option available in this MongoDB website on which you want to access this particular database, and you have to make sure that the user that you have created. So when I click on this database access, so database user that I have created is DRS user. You can set the password or you can confirm the password using edit option. Okay, the password that I have set is DRS user only. So that username and password that I have specified in the connection string, and using this connection string we can get the records available in this particular test collection which is available in DRS-DB database. Now if you want to filter the documents or if you want to search for a particular key from this particular document, you can simply specify here a filter option. So to specify the filter option here, the EQ is an filters available in Java, equal, greater than, less than. There are so many such filters are there. I want to search for the particular key. So here I am specifying here the roll number whose roll number is 10. I want only one document whose roll number is 10. So here I am specifying here the roll number as a key and the value as a 10. I need to import this filters. I need to import this particular filter. So for that, I need to import this particular package. Import static is the correct option. Now, so here this equal is working now. Now we can see here. Now we can see whether the this particular program displays the document whose roll number is 10. So when I run this particular application, so you can see here only the document whose roll number is 10 is displayed as output. So in this way we can apply the filter on the documents available in the collection. Okay, I hope you understand the basic procedure of connecting to MongoDB Cloud Database from your Java program and accessing the records which is there in the a particular collection. Thank you.